Yo, we are back. We are back again. Let's do some more damage on this Ark mod. I've been bringing in some more content here, trying to get things ready. So this is the new tech transmitter. Trying to get it so that it can use extra assets attached. I'm still trying to figure out how to do all that stuff, but in the meantime, let's take a look at what we got here. We're going to do a play simulations. This will take a minute to load up. I got a few more things I want to add today. Looking at, let's see. This is what we're looking at so far. I've got the transmitter portal, forge, teleport pads, torches, fridge, regular forge. This is actually industrial forge. Industrial forge, fire pit, decos, building parts and pieces. I have to still figure those out. I don't know what to do about this thing yet. And then of course beds. So yeah, gotta set all those up. So we're gonna start trying to bring some of these in today. Take a gander and see how they turn out. Some of them are easier than others, but wait for this damn thing to load. This might take a minute. In the meantime, oh yeah, I still have to do a bar. Let's see. Wait 10 years for this crap. Ugh, so slow. Alright, let's put this, we'll call this icon brings back. Under decos. I imagine the decorations will be quite easy compared to the other ones that are more interactive. Okay, that one fired up. My God, it's taking forever. Ugh. Still loading. There it goes. Finally. My God. Blender's coming to iPad? Oh, interesting. They never had an app for iPad? Intriguing, intriguing. I don't know what's going on with these icons. I gotta fix that shit. It's a new tech transporter. Yeah. I don't know if the iPad can actually do anything in Blender. I mean, stuff gets really expensive quick. Okay. What's new with you though, CJ? What's shaking, man? Anything fun and exciting? How's life? How's your gig? Okay, zero. Oh, waiting for school to start up. So you're chilling, relaxing, having fun. Hmm. Yeah, same. Yeah, I've been exhausted. Absolute burnout, buddy. Well, it's hard when if you're not making money, it's hard to, you know, keep pushing into something. It's probably under structures. Should rename all these. Okay. Yeah. Right, right. Yeah, burnout's freaking vicious, man. Do not want to burn out, that's for sure. Okay. So why are these icons still being goofy? I gotta figure that out next. Bridge. 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 Okay, got those done. This can go back to the main folder. Get that out of here. Update those. Trying to clean up a little bit more. All right, so everything's working fine. The thing that's not working is the like the icon, which is the last thing I thought I would have an issue. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, why did this default back to that? What the fuck? It like didn't save the icon. That is bizarre as fuck. Oh, I wonder if it's because I changed the icon's size. Let's try that. That's the problem then. That's awesome, because that's easy to fix. Okay, so there's item 1. Item 2. And decor. Item 3. Okay. Let's save all those. And let's see if those update now in our contact pack. Cosmetics. There they are. There we go. Looking good. Looking clean. Awesome. Okay. So that problem's been averted. That's awesome. Okay. So, place in a small size decor box to show off your Dodo Rock. Yep. Okay. Clean fridge. We know that that works. That works. Okay. So all these work. The next thing I need to figure out is like, what happens when I turn these things on? What's it gonna do? So I have no clue. So let's just take a gander here and see what happens. Let's go to our content. Good. Let's give ourselves this item here. Give ourselves a generator. Because we need one of those to run the transmitter. And then we're going to have to find filament. Not really sure where I'm going to find that. Okay, let's see, it's probably under items. Let's do items. There we go. That works. Okay. Let's do generator, transmitter, power this up. Interesting. I don't know why that won't let me turn it on. I wonder if it's because it's not a part of a server right now. Well, we could do the fridge. That requires power. They have all these different names for everything. EFID Icebox. There we go. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Says that it's powered. Replaces the item, no problem. And this still shows peaky portal. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay. I guess maybe we'll just do the generator next, because that thing's so loud and annoying. And I gotta have some type of like sound for this when it's activated. What's this? Knowledge, structure scan. Okay. Alright, looks like it's working pretty good. Alright, sweet. So let's just keep going down the line. Let's see. I guess we could do the generator next. Wait, do I have anything for the generator yet? Let's see. Perfect. Home tree. Okay, so those are under decor. I haven't brought those in yet either. I guess we could do those. Because I need those to kind of decorate other scenes. Let's see here. Okay, so I got plant one. Oh, I haven't changed this one yet. Okay. Alright. Shut all those down. We're slowly getting to the point where I can start mass producing assets. We're pretty much there. Alright, so now I can open up these two. Say let's mesh automatically updates the material. Blueprint, whoops, it's the item name. Plant one. Update those references. All right. Looking good. Core plants. Plant one. Okay. Icon. Maybe the item data. Okay, and this is using There it is. Skin. That mesh. I don't know where that option was that changes which structure to. Oh yeah, that's in here, isn't it? Okay, that's right. So many different things to remember. Okay, let's duplicate this. Wait. Yeah, let's duplicate the rock because that's similar. What do we got here? I don't care about that. Okay, so this one's going to be Tiki Plant 1. That's going to be annoying changing all of these. 0, 1, 2, 3. Let me move this above here. Shit. Actually, that's going to be frustrating having to change all these cosmetic IDs. Okay. Core box small. This is the item. This is the BP. All right. Okay, let's see if that one works. That's a small decor. Whenever I make variants for the plant, it's probably easier. Yeah, that'd be way easier. I'll just call it like decor, and then I can start grouping those together. Decor plants, decor stones, structures, decor, miscellaneous. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's just make sure this works. Okay, I gotta change the other thing, but yeah, it does work. All right, cool. So let's just put all decor in the same bin, I guess. Let's see, how would I go about doing that? That would be under variants, wouldn't it? So, Tiki Plant and Dodo Rock. Let's try variants. Additional structure variants. Structure variants. For structure tag, decor. Structure tier tags. Ah, see, that's for tiers though. Like wood, metal, stone. Trying to find a way to like add more than one to this section. Oh, you know what? I can just do it inside here, I bet. So if we have decor small, apply to classes. Go to rock. So I'll change this like that. Oops, nope, that's not gonna work. One, go to rock. Cosmetic one. Shit, I'm trying to remember where the hell that was. There's an area for like variants. Structure BP, Tiki Bridge, apply. Just get BP, Deco, go to rock. Yeah, but that's not gonna let me change. Oh, maybe I add it to this. Let's go to item. It's in the items, maybe? Item structure skin. Yeah, but then that's gonna be, well, that could work. Let's see. Tiki plant, that's called Tiki plant 1. Structure to build. Okay, so let me add another one. Damn, it won't let me. Create a new blueprint. Okay. Okay. So, if I want it to be a variant, that is going to be quite interesting. Can't be in the item structure data because that's the item specific data. So I wonder if I do it here. No, structure skin supported structures, primal structure. Huh. Gotta be under the mod data then. Apply to classes, to arrays. Or small. Okay, so it can't be inside this. Custom cosmetics, no. Whoops. Apparently you need that open. See, I thought it was under variants. Restructure tag. I don't know. Let's try the core box. I don't think this is gonna work. Plant one. Restructure tag to core box. No information is given. I want to have to look up their website data here. Structure skins cosmetic. Oh, extra resources for structure skins. You need to add your skin item to the extra resources container of your mod data asset. Extra resources. For structure skins, you simply need to add your skin item to the extra resources container for your mod data asset. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so where is the structure types, maybe? No? Looking through their wiki right now, trying to find mod structure integration. Here we go. For structure tag, all right, I don't think that we want that. Additional structure variants. Yeah, so for structure tag, the structure tag of the structure you want to add your model to. So for structure tag decor box, right? Decor box. Of course. Decor box small. Okay. We could say decor box small. Before this, the tag of the structure settings that you want model to appear on. All tiers of structure share the same structure tags. This is how you assign your model to a specific tier like wood. Okay, I don't think we need to worry about that. Variant name. The name of the variant that you want to be displayed to other players. Okay. Tiki Plant 1. New tag you create for your variant. This should be the same value across all similar variants, but it should be unique for the structure tag. For example, if you want to create cement version structures, all structures have the same tag. Okay, so this would be Tiki underscore plants. And then okay. So anything with the tag Tiki plants. Let's see what we got here. Decor, plants, plant 2. Okay, so plant 1. Plant 2. Bring that in. All right. Let's get this done. Two. Plant 2. Okay. So we have 2 plants added to the system. So now under my mod data asset system, I'm going to say additional structure variants. I'll say for anything that's a decor small, this one, variants. Plant 2. Okay. See, it's not doing the variants. That's what I was worried about. So, I don't think this is the right area for variants. But I don't want to have to like make an item for each damn decor system. It'd be nice to have like a decor folder. Decor box small. Let me try this. see, this is for the fridge, that's for the dodo rock, that's for the plant, that's for the tiki thing. The problem is, none of these have variants. I gotta get a variant. I have to do a variant for decor. I have to. Although, as a builder in the game, is it easier to just see everything individually? Or let me see if I can put them in a folder or something. What if I gave it the same cosmetic ID? For item class. 1, 1. Let me give it the same item class and see if that works. That might be the ticket. Because then they should show up in the same array? I don't know. Oh yeah, we're having fun. What are you doing, Coco? Okay, so that makes it the exact same thing. Alright, so I can't do it that way. I'm trying to make it so, like, let's say you're gonna add an like you want plants, right? Like you want different cosmetic decor plants. I don't know if it's better to have them like individual, all laid out as different icons, and then you drag the one to the hotbar and then you apply it to what you want, or if it should be like, you know, you get the decor item and then you just swap through using the R key, you know, like you choose which variant you want. I don't know what's easier. Okay, 0, 1, 2. The second one, swapping through which one you want. There's gonna be a lot of decor items. So if I make them individual, it will be like this. Observe. Observe. Musical. Whenever it decides to play, that'd be fantastic. Did it not listen to me? Let's try it again. There we go. Alright, so cosmetics. Okay, so right here. So this is the way I currently have it set up. So whatever items you want are just like scattered all over the place. Now I could probably get these into folders. I haven't gotten that far yet. But for example, if you know that you want the dodo rock, here, observe. Okay, so like you put a decor box down, you put another decor box down, right? So if I want to change this decor box, what do I do? So I go to here, and you're like, oh, what do I want that to be? Oh, I want that to be a plant. Okay, so you go to plants. Boom, right? But like, what if you want a different plant? You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to just hit R and choose different plants on the mini thing there. Like plant 1, plant 2, plant 3, plant 4, you know what I mean? And so that way you can just like switch to which one you want. So I'm trying to like categorize them into like variants. Because like right now it just works like this. Like let's say that's plant 1, right? And then you're like, oh, I don't want this to be plant 1. You know, I gotta go open this, go back into here, and I want like, let's just say this is plant 2 or whatever. Like you gotta like, you know what I mean? But then again, you could go faster this way if you want variants, because now I can like switch between these two, right? Like I can just switch between 3 and 4. Like I can lay out my hotbar the way I want it, right? So I'm kind of like on a fence. Like I don't know. Did you see the tech transmitter? Either way, yeah. I mean, like, I just don't want their... I don't want them to have to look through, like, 4 million things. So I gotta figure out how to do folders for sure. Here's your annoying tech transmitter, right? And here's your new tech transmitter. Boom. Not too shabby. Much better. I still need to add more to it, but it's a start. I want to kind of add like something to the middle there. I don't know what to do yet. I might have like bubbles coming up. Who the fuck knows? Put a hot tub there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just add a hot tub. So yeah, it's getting there, and I've got there's like a ton of shit that's coming down the pipe here. So we've got these are some of the decor items. So like you can place drinks. I just added drink. Did I add drinks yet? Hold on. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit. So let's do table items. Or maybe I'll call this props. They're not really plants. They're not really, you know, kind of in the middle here. Just shit that you would put on top of stuff. So the first one is going to be icon drinks. Let me put this into a thing here. Got to reduce the sizing so they don't freak out. Everything's like super high quality coming in. I got to crush it down to Ark standards. These are like your little drinks. Hold on, I gotta... It's easy, I just gotta go through like 40 freaking steps to get it in, you know? Are you making any of the pieces or just pulling them from places? What do you mean? Like the pieces that you get in the game? Are you gonna be able to like individualize them? Yeah. So I'm doing like two things. So like these drinks... Oh, the images? Are you making any of the images or just pulling them from places? Yeah, they're like, yeah, they're all customized and stuff. You mean the icons? I don't know what you mean. Or like where I'm getting them from. The icons are, I mean, I'm using a cross between like AI and Photoshop, and I'm like dressing them up, but yeah. I don't know what you mean. Icons. Hold on, let me move this in here. Yeah. So like I have like a huge pipeline. Like it's a loaded question. I don't know which part you're asking, but like this is the pipeline. So like we use AI image gen off the top. We mix that with our own prompts. This takes ages because you got to get the right stuff that you want. Then we bring it into our modeling system, which also integrates AI along with our other custom systems. And then once we bring that in, then we have to scale the model. We got to get everything corrected, all the topology. That takes forever. Then we do the textures over here. Then we sync those together using AI so we can do it faster. And then I bring it into, if it's clothing, I rig it through MetaTailor, and we rig it to the character. If not, whatever, we just go right through the system into UE. And then the dev kit has us crush everything the way we need it, and then it gets into whatever folder we want. So yeah, it's very complicated, but yeah, it's like a slew of things in my pipeline. So here's your drinks. Like basically anything we want, we can do. Let's just leave it at that. You want something, just ask, Coco. That's the end story right there. We can make it happen. Okay, so this one's gonna be called MI Drinks Pack. See, then I gotta come in here and I gotta like rechange all the textures to what we want, which we've custom tweaked for the asset. And then see, like this is a custom material that I broke off of theirs so that I could like make it fit, because you have to like use their stuff in order for it to work smooth. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But anyways, so that's in there, and then we got to apply that. Let's mesh like this. Hey, what's going on there, Meek? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's happening? Okay, so there we go. So, wow, those look nice. I want one. Are those marshmallows? Yeah, those came out banging. All right, so there's your drinks with your little umbrellas. Okay. So you'll be able to place that, for example, on like a table or something. So we can do that right now. Let's see. Plant 2. I still need to add that. See, these are technically decor items, though, so I don't know how we're going to go about organizing them in the same folder. That's my problem. With the headache question, fire away. Are you trying to do okay, game development? Yeah. I'm a game developer. I'm an Unreal Engine developer, so hopefully I can help you with your question. Fire away. I'm not a modder usually. I'm like an actual game developer that has gone into modding because I'm trying to see if I can get into the Ark development stuff. So, but specifically Unreal Engine, not like, you know, other stuff, because there's a million other engines like Unity, or if you're doing strictly like I've been asking other game dev streamers, but they were giving me weird answers. Well, shoot away. How do I build a world simulator to a Plague Tale instance of Assassin's Creed? All right, I have never played Assassins, unfortunately, so I don't know what you mean. But you want to build a world, like a massive world, like an open world? That's a loaded question. I want to make sure I get your question right first, and then we'll go from there. Do you want an open world? Is this for a single player game that you're doing? Is this for a multiplayer game? Is it going to have thousands of players, hundreds of players, just 2 players, 1 player? All that stuff matters, and it's a loaded question because all that stuff makes a big difference. No, I've never heard of it. No, never seen it, never watched it. No. Can you give me another example, or tell me like what the scale of your world is, like why you want it a certain way? And I'm just asking because it makes a big difference. Like if you want your world to be absolutely gargantuan, that's fine, that's easy to do. You'd probably how does my monitor keep shutting off? You'd probably go with world partitions is what they're called in the Unreal Engine. And what it does is it basically breaks everything into cubes, like districts, and they load the closer you get to another cube. It'll start loading, which saves on memory and stuff. It's an open world. Is it single player or multiplayer? Let's start there, because those are hugely different, to say the least. If it's single player, let me just tell you this. If it's single player, 90% of your frustration and headaches are going to go right out the window. You don't even have to worry about it. If it's multiplayer, good luck. Everything starts to change. And it's not that you can't do it. It's just a lot changes because you have to think completely different with multiplayer. And are you in the Unreal Engine, I'm guessing? Where is my... There it is. Let's get this one rolling while we're talking. I'm just queuing up other stuff over here on the other pipeline that I have. Single player. All right, good. Cool. So single player. That saves you tons of frustration and aggravation, so that's good. Okay, so you want to make a massive planet, right? You want to have like a huge-ass world. So, what's up, Nava? How you been, buddy? Have you done, like, are you brand new, or are you like somewhat new and you kind of understand like the premises, or are you like, what's Unreal Engine? Because there's a lot of you know what I mean, like it's really complicated, And most devs probably won't be able to give you an answer if they don't know what exactly it is that you're looking for and what your skill set currently is. If you're brand spanking new and you have absolutely no clue what the fuck you're doing, it's really hard to explain. But I can try to draw out like a, like a slow system. Yeah. Well, in so in the devs' defense, okay, so in their defense, and a lot of people don't know this, there are people who work at Epic Games, certified. They do not know everything, okay? The engine is huge. I mean huge. You will never respect that or understand that until you do that, okay? And that's in defense of them. It's kind of like saying like let's say like there's a Tesla factory that makes Teslas, and like you're asking the guy who puts the mirrors on how the engine's made. You know what I mean? Like he ain't gonna have a fucking clue. The guy who's stamping stickers on isn't gonna know how the wheels are made, and vice versa. Yeah. You gotta get an. Are you getting an advertisement right now? Hold on, I think ads are playing. Oh my god, why are there so many ads? Good lord. If you're not getting ads and you can hear me talking, you gotta join our Discord and send a link in the Discord, probably under game development, and then I can take a peek. On screen structure, transmitter. Okay. Oh, he's working on a big game? Yeah. I mean, well, it depends. Not everyone's gonna really know all the answers. It's literally impossible to know everything. Like, people ask me questions daily. And I would say, like, 70% of them I'm pretty good with, but some of them, like, I have no clue, So, okay, cool, no ads, good. Yeah, Discord is right there. There you are. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while, Nava. Everything going smooth for you? I'm working on these mods for Ark, and I must say, it's starting to look pretty cool. We're getting there. We got some tiki themed fridge. Got a little dodo rock here. I'm starting to work on some decor so people can like place these on tables and stuff. So it'll be pretty sweet. Let me grab these. Finally kind of getting into like a streamlined mode here where I can kind of move faster. Tiki drink pack. Let me just change this real quick. Tiki drink pack. Okay, I can you have one of my mods do it? Go! Can you find what he's talking about? You've been going to bed earlier these past few days? Well, that's good. At least you know you're trying to get your sleep. I wish I could say the same. Okay, can you look it up for me? And just make sure it's, blah, blah, blah. Snap points, decor box. And then if you just want to send me the link on Discord or something or whatever. Sorry, I'm doing like 100 things here. I'll try my best to see what you're talking about and help you out, but I'm not going to get extensively into it because sometimes I'll sit here for 3 hours trying to explain something to someone and they won't know what's going on. She's going to get me a link of the video that you're talking about. She's going to try to find the example that you're talking about. Right? Because you said you wanted to have an example. You had an example similar to Assassin's Creed, is that right? I mean, an open world's an open world there, brother. Yeah. Okay. This one, I can get rid of this one. Get rid of those. So this spawns in the plants, and then I need to bring in a hot tub. I've got 100 things going on over here, so I'm working right now. Just so you know, like it's work mode over here. So if I seem distracted, it's not your typical Twitch stream. I'm working pretty hard. But to answer your question, if you want to make a massive world, I would look up world partitions. Okay, start taking some notes. You're going to want to look up world partition, P-A-R-T, partition. Under your world settings, you can start changing stuff. So if you type in world partitions right here, so once you make your map world partitions, you'll be able to select some things in here. Okay, you know about world partitions, good. That's a good start. You want to scale your grid size to certain sizes that make sense. You're gonna have to play around with that. If the grids are too big, it's gonna try to load big chunks, which can cause optimization problems. If they're too small, sometimes it goes the other way around where you're loading too frequently. So it can kind of be a pain in the ass, but as long as you're using world partitions, you just make the world. Have you done landscapes at all? Like, have you gone into landscape mode and tried to like make your own landscapes with like the rivers and valleys? Like, what is the main question that you have? I mean, are you asking like how to make the world? It's possible to make those types of games, or you can do whatever you want, boy. You can do whatever you want. You can literally make whatever the fuck you want in Unreal. Like, if you want to, yeah, you can put the link in Discord. Yes, you can do that under game development. Yep. Like, if you want to make a gigantic space game where you have a planet and then you leave and you go to other planets and you fly through space, you can do that. You can do whatever the hell you want in Unreal Engine. Does the engine support it? Absolutely. Can it be done? Absolutely. It's even easier if it's in single player. Some key points that you want to address is you want to make sure that if you're in single player, you're probably going to be saving all of your data inside a player instance, or a game instance, I guess you can call it that. And you're going to be saving it to like a save slot. So yeah, so basically that's how your save system is going to work. And then you choose what updates the save. You know, if a player interacts with a storage chest, then it updates the save, blah, 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 you know. Someone was saying it's impossible. No, nothing's impossible. Absolutely not. That's no. You can literally do whatever you want. It's just you're gonna have to think differently, right? Like, not everything is done the way people think it is. You have to find sneaky ways of making things appear the way you want them to appear, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do it the way you think you're going to do it. Does that make any sense? Yeah. You can make an entire world. You can make a whole ecosystem. You can make... Dude, I've seen things that are insane in the Unreal Engine. I've dabbled with them. I've dabbled with plugins. I've dabbled with games, dev kits. You can do whatever the hell you want. There's no limits. If you're doing a single player game, like, who cares? I mean, look at Minecraft. Minecraft has a never-ending, expansive world. You can do the same thing. So, the things you're going to have to concern yourself with are, should you, right? And the reason why I say should you is because what are you trying to get out of your game for your players? Are you trying to make a game that's all about exploring the world? Are you trying to make a game that's trying to make them feel small, so you need a huge world to do that? Or are you trying to make a game where it's really just about exploring like the local area and then you're on to something else, so you don't really need a whole world? I've messed around with some plugins and some games behind the scenes that are so big they're boring. Okay, like, they're absolutely boring. Like, for example, I was messing with one world gen plugin where it would make a world so large that it was true to scale. And when I was flying around in that, the first thing I said was, this is garbage. It's so boring. Like, who cares? Who cares if it's that big? You know what I mean? But if that's what you want, if that's what you're going for, you can do that. Absolutely, you can do that. Is it going to be easy? Not necessarily. So you might want to start small and then scale your way into those bigger, grander ideas. if I were you. That's my advice. Yeah, you can post it in there. That's fine. Yep. A lot of people want to just step on the gas and, you know, make like an MMO with a huge world. I know I've done it before. When I started, I was like, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But I will say that if you want to see success, you might want to start smaller first. That's all. Doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you might want to start smaller first so you understand those principles of optimization and stuff so you can actually make a bigger world more successfully. That's all. You know, like learn how to make the tires, learn how to make the handles, learn how to make the steering wheel or whatever, and then make the car, right? Okay, I think we got what we wanted there. Lost my train of thought, sorry. Let me open this up. Modified only. This is going to be yet again another thing here. This is going to be our Tiki drinks pack. And I got to alter the edit pivot. A lot of work goes into this crap. Yeah, you should see. Okay, you shared the link. Okay, cool. We're a card company now. Yep. You know, we become whatever we need to become. Let's leave it at that. No, we're trying to help him figure out what they want to work on for their project there. I'm just giving examples. Right now, what I'm doing on stream is I'm working on an Ark Dev mod kit, a huge cosmetic pack, and we're gonna sell that on the market and hopefully make some money because I'm broke as fuck. So you want transparency? There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. This is the loudest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, let's mute that. Yeah, it's just a walkthrough of the world. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, like, I've seen this before, yeah. Any news on Stars and Empires? I fixed all the massive bugs with the inventory systems and, like, the loot chests and, like, the missions. Basically, I got all the hard stuff done. I have to fix the multiplayer system because the new engine like broke one of the plugins, so I got like super frustrated. But no new progress after that. So I got everything tied up at least and to a workable state, and then I was like, I need to make money, so we're gonna start doing some Ark mods here. So that's basically where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, like, look, I see the world here. I see what you're talking about. It's big, it's immersive, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just a typical, you know, it's just a typical like MMO. Like, who cares? You know, it's just an open world. Just use your, you know, your partitions and just keep going, man. You know, just keep building things. Like, if you're familiar with partitions and you're familiar with landscapes, like, I don't know what's stopping you. You just got to do the work. That's the hard part. If you're worried about, like, is the scale going to be too big and will it not function? Well, that's based on how you implement the loading systems. So, like, you're not going to have everything in the world loaded at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course it's possible. Yeah, dude, you can make whatever the hell you want in Unreal Engine. Like, absolutely, 100%. If someone tells you you can't do something like that in Unreal, they either don't know themselves, haven't experienced it themselves, or they are completely lost. So yes, the answer is yes, you can do that, yeah. Yep. I mean, like, even the game that I've built, you can, like, I have a whole planet. You can, like, leave and go into another star system and, like, go to other planets. Like, it's not, like, rocket science, ironically. You just need to scale the game around the player, okay? Like, that's the sneaky part. Like, for example, imagine, like, you're in a world right now, right? You're living in your normal life, and all that's being rendered right now is your room, right? It's just the room that you're in. Like, it's not rendering the McDonald's down the street. It's not rendering the 4-story building with all the people and apartments and all that stuff. Like, it's just rendering the room. No one else is moving, right? The data is moving, but not the actual actors. So, like, as soon as I leave my room, it starts to render what's around me, right? And that's when you start to see things. So that's kind of how you have to work your game out. So if you stage the game in that kind of manner, you should be fine. You should be fine. I don't see any problem with it. A lot of people are kind of thrown off by that, but it's like, is it going to be hard? Yeah, I would say it would be a little challenging, but, baby steps. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. Tiki drink. I mean, they made Mandalorian in Unreal Engine. Create a scenario for Empyrean? No, I didn't. I was thinking of doing that, GPS. I remember we talked about that, and then I kind of got sidetracked, so. Did not do that, sir. Did not do that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I already have a game on Steam. I mean, you can see the video on Steam. I don't even have Steam open. The one that I'm working on, my actual game. But yeah, that's how they do it. They do it in sections. They usually have like different departments that work on different areas because it's going to take you forever to get what you want to get at that scale. But you can do it, absolutely. Yeah, that's my game right there. So. Well, Unreal Engine is one of the more robust engines. Like, it gives you a lot of options, man. Like, they're going to give you a lot of stuff for free, and it's scaled for that already. Like, it has that in mind. Like, they know, like, the engine's designed to give you pretty much anything you need. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be easy? No. But it will handle those kind of large-scale projects that you're trying to do, so. Yeah, I would not even consider Unity for a large-scale project like that. Unless you're super big into like C++ and you can make all of your own stuff on your own. Because there's a lot of back-end stuff that they don't tell you about. But if you're not dealing with multiplayer, then you don't have to worry about server structures or all that crap, which is nice. Because that stuff gets really tedious and not fun. Like, basically, you have to think about like how much data you're sending through the system, and you don't want to choke the server and all this other crap. Okay. Yeah, it's totally possible, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you could say the same thing vice versa. Like, Unreal Engine can do stuff that other engines can't, and vice versa. Dude, you can do whatever you want on any engine. It doesn't matter. Like, if the debate is should you use Unreal Engine, like, I don't know, do whatever you want, you know? They made freaking Tarkov on Unity, and Unity is a piece of shit engine in my opinion, but you can still do it. You're just gonna have to do more work, that's all. You could make your own Windows. You know? You can do whatever you want, yeah. So, and with the help of AI now, like, I think the best thing is to use an engine that has a lot of YouTube, a lot of guides, a lot of, feedback. So that way you're in a community that helps you kind of like grow faster. Instead of picking some like third-party thing that kind of is like, you know? How profitable is mod development? I don't know. We're going to find out. We wrote a few apps, and I'm planning to sell them more fleshed out and have them page. Never sold software before. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how well, I have an idea of how profitable it can be because we know the numbers for that. I just don't know how feasible that profitability is. So maximum profit, from what I've seen, some of the mod developers for Ark make $17 million in a year, which is pretty fucking good. Some other mods probably make 100 grand. Other mod developers probably don't even get heard of. So, I know what the capabilities are. I don't know how feasible those profit margins are. So we're gonna try it ourselves. We're going big. We're making a nice, very high quality mod. We'll see if it gets spotlit and all that stuff, and just go from there. You know, because I can crank this out way faster than I can try to finish my game. You know what I mean? Like most people who dive into mod development don't come from Unreal Engine development. They come from playing the game. You know what I mean? So like we have a huge advantage there just to kind of like, all right, how do they do this? Blah blah blah. Okay, boom, let's get going. So that's kind of what we're doing. I figured it would be fast and we could hopefully make some cash. That's fine. That's fine, Meek. You do whatever you want, man. Yeah, like we're pretty chill here. So, okay. So there's our drinks pack. I just added that. Now let me add it to the actual array, which is right here. You know what? We're gonna do this a little different. We're gonna do this. We're gonna call this Tiki Drinks Pack. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do numbers. So anything that's an actual structure will be 1,000. And then the number, so that's 2. And then that way I can keep these separate. So this one will be 1,000 flat. Bridge is 1,000 flat. Transmitter is 1,001. Just so I have a correct ID for those. And then we're gonna do decos will just be straight up. So we got 1, 2, 3. Duplicate this. Make this 4. This one needs to be plant. Tiki plant 2. Portfolio. Not really. I mean, I don't really have a portfolio of my stuff. I came from TV, so I'm still like I've only done game development for like 4 years. 1, 2. I mean, I don't know. You can find my game on Steam. That's my portfolio, I guess. It's still under construction, but there's like a video on there that shows it off. I guess you could say that's the portfolio. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Tiki plant 2. Tiki plant 2. See, I'm still like newer into the game development world too, man. So, you know, anyone can do this stuff. You don't have to be like some crazy rocket scientist. Yeah, play my graphic. That's more graphic stuff though. What particular mod you're making right now do an ad? I will show you right this minute, Nava. Yeah, no problem, Meek. No problem, Meek. Okay. So we just added Tiki Plant 2. Now we gotta add Drinks Pack. Structure. I gotta rename that still, I think. Yeah. Tiki Drinks Pack. Drinks Pack. You know, 1 second. Let's get Drinks Pack. Blueprint. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so here's our cosmetics pack. There we go, just added those new items. So now we have the fridge, Dodo Rock, Plant 1, Plant 2, Drinks Pack, Tiki Transmitter. Okay, let's give ourselves those items. Transmitter. Icebox. I think it's the core box. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm doing. So all these cool little icons and everything on my hotbar, these are all cosmetic packs that anyone can play with on Ark if they're playing the game for the official servers. That's where we're getting. So the first thing is like normal structures like bridges. This is what they look like in the game right now. Okay. And we're changing them to things like this. Boom. Now it's tiki themed, right? So it's like, you know, totally different. So we're like reskinning stuff essentially. And then the next thing is, this is like a tech transmitter to travel to other servers. Okay. And we can change that to our tiki themed one, which is this. There you go. So freaking badass. Yeah, I make all my own stuff. Yeah. I don't use any marketplace stuff. The characters are metahuman in my game. If you're talking about my game. So it's like Unreal Engine, they give you metahuman characters that you can use, and then I make the clothes for them and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so then we also have these deco boxes, right? And we can change those to our own cosmetic items. Different plants. Those are all coming in pretty good. I'm just testing everything. Let's check our new drinks pack. Okay, I can fix that. Still the wrong ID, but it might show up as drinks. Yeah, all right, cool. So it's basically, it's looking pretty good so far. Are those drinks too big? Massive. Those are massive drinks. They might need to come down a little bit. What would that go on? Like a wooden table? We should probably change the wooden table while we're at it too. Make one of those. They're huge. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like some chill stuff. Yeah, like summery vibes kind of stuff. That's kind of what this is, the tiki theme. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that we're still adding, but I'm trying to just get through it. Yeah, no problem, Meek. Yeah, I would use metahumans if you're gonna make your own characters. They're free, and Unreal Engine gives them to you for free. So they also give you free clothes if you want to use theirs. Okay. So tiki transmitter, that works. What was wrong with? It was our drinks pack. Drinks pack. Okay, so that's inside the actual item structure. It's right here. Let's do modified. Right there. Drink pack. Oops. Slightly different name, but that's okay. Okay, so that should be fixed and working now. Yeah, see, things are getting a little bit faster now. We're able to kind of like get these things moving. Okay, so I know, right? I know. These things are freaking huge. I think we need to scale these down just a wee little bit. They're freaking massive, my man. Let's try doing... Yeah, let's make them a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. What if we did like 0.7? Let's try that. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay. Now, I think that looks pretty good. Yes, Meek. What's up? Let me go check over here real quick. Yeah, that's a little bit more normal. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Cool. That's a blueprint. Awesome. Human characters like the ones you use, should I use Blender or ZBrush? ZBrush is more like for sculpting, like if you actually want to make the character itself. Blender's free and works great. You can still sculpt in Blender. I would recommend Blender for anything. Like I use Blender for a lot of my stuff. If you're trying to make the character from scratch, that's a tough call, but I would probably say Blender either way. Just because A, it's free, and B, it gets the job done. You have more options. It's not just sculpting. You can also do other things in there. So you want to make from scratch? Yeah, I would mess around in Blender, man, because it's free. And it's really good, actually. It's basically like destroying the other companies because it's just so good. Yeah, I would recommend Blender. Okay, so now we got this one working. Let's bring this over here. Bum, 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 bum. And this one's going to be Tiki Tech Transmitter, or Tiki Transmitter. Okay, so I kind of want to add like a hot tub to that, but I'll get to that later. Okay, so the decor items, those are coming along pretty good. It's pretty easy. Done with you, done with you, done with you. You, done with you. All right. What else do we want to add? Kind of want to do the generator. I don't know what that should be though. Oh, I got to do the industrial forge. I forgot about that. That's the next one that's on my list. Let's see. Industrial forge. Okay, which one are we going with? We have different variants here. That's the wrong icon. I mean, I don't know, man. I would say Blender's fine. If you're using like crazy high topology, then you're probably in the wrong business for gaming. I mean, like, so if you have way too much like polygons and stuff, way too many polys, like super high polys, that's not going to work in game design. So get used to that. Like you want things to be like clean and lower poly if you can, and then you trick it with textures and materials later, right? So that's the correct way to do it. So you don't want to make something that's like 5 million. Yeah. Stay away from super high geometry, high poly geometry, and try to focus on things that are like as simple as you can make it, but still look good. Because like this texture of like these humans that Ark is using, like I guarantee you, it's not that crazy with poly counts. You know, but they're. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, see, so like this human right here is only using 313,000 triangles, which is respectable. Most characters are around 300k, so that's in the ballpark. But if this said like 1.5 million, that would be terrible. Because remember, you're also going to be adding clothes, and then those clothes add more geometry on top of that, because then those are like 30 to 60k each, and it starts to get expensive really fast. And then that's why people like get laggy and they have low frame rate, because there's too much expensive geometry that's trying to be moved all the time. 40 million vertices. The base, the small poly. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I don't understand why anyone would even need to do that. But yeah, that's that's ridiculous. Whatever. I mean, if it's artwork, you know, do whatever the hell you want. It's a free world, right? But if you want to try to get into a game, like you have to respect what works best for the game. Okay, so forges. This is going to be tricky. Let's start with this one right here, Forge 1. This is going to be under our structures pack. Let me change the name of this real quick. Update our references. Get rid of that. It's old news. Update again. Save all. Get out of model mode. Okay. New folder. We're going to do Tiki Forge. Industrial Forge. There's going to be a few different variants for this one. TV app crashed. Hey, what's up, Danny? TV app crashed. Which one are you talking about there, Nava? I went up to 50 million. Jesus, the best approach. Use clean base mesh, yeah. And then use multi-resolution modifier. They optimize it, so it's very important. Yeah. What he said. Start small, scale up if you have to. But again, if you're trying to make it for a game, you don't want it to be crazy anyways. Depending on your situation. Most characters for games should always stay within 300,000 max. 300, 400, somewhere in there. You're pushing it. If it's single player, you can get away with more because there's only one major character. But then as you start to have like NPCs on the screen, that can get expensive too. So if the player doesn't have a good PC, then they're gonna get all pissed off. Why are the frame rates so low? Well, I wanted my character to have a lot of detail. Well, they can't play the game, so it's not worth it. So yeah. There's all that stuff to consider. Okay, here comes Forge 1. Nanite increases the performance for geometry, but it doesn't always save the day. Nanites can also create artifacting, and they can buckle down the quality of your overall structure. So, like, for example, if I have this asset right here, and it's got, like, pretty hard edges and stuff, if I were to turn this into like a really ultra compressed nanite, there's a chance that the definition here would get lost and it would start to kind of like get more like weird, like almost like crumpled tinfoil. Okay, not always. Sometimes it comes out great, and nanite's amazing, but it's not the saving grace for everything. Also, when you're animating and moving things around, good luck using nanites. It's not technically there yet. Yeah, I'm trying, Danny. I'm trying, brother. Forge. Yeah, so you only use Blender for sculpting. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. I mean, Blender's, it's cheap, it's easy, it works. Why even think about anything else? I can see ZBrush finally going away eventually, if not being turned into a plugin that someone will gobble up. I don't know. I don't know how those characters are made. They might be using like Houdini and other stuff. Like, I have no clue. Generally speaking, high-res characters are texture-based. It's materials. It's not the geometry. The geometry itself is just nothing more than a bunch of polygons slapped on a mesh. But, like, what makes them look good is the texture. It's the actual material that you apply to that object. Okay? So it's an illusion. It's really hard for me to explain, but yeah, if I took a box, right, and then I put like this really cool texture on it, you'd be like, oh, look at all the detail on that box. You'd be like, well, it's still a box. It's just, 6 sides, like whoop-de-doo. But I fooled you because it's got a really good texture, so you would think it's more detailed than it really is what I'm trying to say. That's how they use... There's like a lot of tricks like that in game development. Yeah, if something's moving, you definitely want to make sure it has lower geometry than normal. If something's static, it doesn't really matter. Like this one, right? Like this is going to be static, this asset right here. So it can be high geometry, and it's not really going to matter much. Nanites perform well when something is static, meaning not moving. But if this was like moving around like a snake or a flag, forget it. I would have to make it like lower poly and stuff. Create virtual. Where is that? Reduce size. There we go. Gotta crush those textures down, or those icons. And now we gotta grab this. We're gonna move this into here with a copy. We're gonna make our own custom material for the forges. My forge 1. Here we go with that. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I mean, you can crash Blender. I've done it with like really high poly models. It's not hard to do. It can happen, especially if you're like moving the scaler real fast on like a multi resolution increase, or you know, any one of those like weird modifiers that they have. You can definitely crash it a lot, like frequently. But as long as you're careful and you don't screw around too much, you'll be all right. Okay. Here's our new material for the forge. I need to apply it. We're gonna have to make that size. We're gonna have to make this way bigger. So this is gonna have to be the same size as this, essentially. So we're just gonna grab this position and we're gonna slap this in there. Then we're gonna scale this little guy up even more. Okay. This will go up to 10. About as good as we're gonna get it. Bake that real quick. Oh, I got a rated base in Ark right now. We're about to jump over to Ark in a minute here. I got a base that's gonna collapse. I gotta get all their goodies. Yes, I still play Ark. Okay, let's open up this. Raiding bases is one of the most fun things in Ark. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna have to change some of the texturing there. That's way too glossy. Let's see, metallic. There we go, that's better. And then we'll add particles and stuff to this. We're gonna kind of like build a scene here, but this is just the first centerpiece that we're working on. So yeah, that's not too bad. That's a good start. You know, smoke will be billowing from it and all that crap. Okay. Go back to selection mode. Now let's actually make that asset. Industrial forge. Industrial forge. Okay, let's open these up. Let's get slamming here. Okay, there's the new mesh. And let's do modified only. Let's change the naming of all this crap. This is going to be Tiki Industrial Forge. Okay. That looks good. New static mesh, name, tag. Oh god, I don't know what the tag is. Let's find out. Because it's not exactly the same. It's not gonna come out the same. Yeah, it's different. Oh, look at them cheating, making this 1.7. Interesting. Yeah, that's the short answer. Forge Industrial. Okay, so that's the tag for that. So we gotta copy that tag over, and that's gonna be this one right here. Okay. So now it knows to apply itself to just that. And we can change the sound effects if we want, but I haven't gotten there yet, so we'll just still let it sound like a fridge. We could have it play music, we could do whatever we want. Okay. So I need to go to our mods now. Our mod list. Let's add a new mod. Tiki transmitter, let's do that. Okay. It's going to be called Tiki Industrial Forge. It's going to be 1, 2. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Industrial Forge. There it is. Tiki Industrial Forge. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So we got this done, that done. I don't think there's anything else. Some naming. Is this the old one? What is this? Yeah, that's normal. That's fine. Those are all okay. Okay, let's see if it works. Shall we? Okay, where is that little bastard? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Get that. There's our industrial forge. Go to cosmetics, which for some reason are not acting correctly. It should be this one. I forgot to change something, so I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna turn into a bridge. Why am I so laggy? What's going on? Oh, I gotta have that on the stupid floor. God damn it. Let me fix this first. There's still something wrong with this. I think I forgot to change the actual asset blueprint. Industrial forge, primitive forge. That's right. Industrial forge. There you go. Yeah. Oh, you're getting them hooked up there? Nice. Industrial forge. Oh, right here. Here we go. This needs to be... Industrial forge. I don't know if that's correct, though. That doesn't look right. They do some wonky stuff with their naming in here sometimes, so I always gotta, like, double check. See if we want this one. DP one. Alright. Well, item skin, industrial forge, boom, that's right. Okay, so it might have been under my item structure that wasn't set up right. Oh yeah, right here, duh. Industrial forge. Okay. forge. Boom. Okay. Now let's try that again, shall we? I need some foundations too. I got some cool foundation ideas, Coco, if you're still floating around. Oh, 4. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's a normal industrial forge. Now we're going to change it to our industrial forge. Should be this one right here. I think I forgot to give it the right ID. Oh well. Boom. Hey, not bad, huh? That's our new industrial forge. Then we can just smelt iron in there and do whatever we want. Not too bad. I obviously need to change some stuff still. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby. I need to like add, some effects to it. We got to add some more stuff around it. This is just like the base of the item. I got to put like some burning coals around it and stuff. I got to sink that foundation into the ground a little bit. So, there'll be a touch-up phase. This is just the first pass, just getting everything to replace the items. So it looks pretty good to me. Just waiting to take a share of my game. I haven't been contacted by Epic ever in my life. I tried to apply for the Mega Grants, like 2 years ago, and they're like, no. And then I've never been contacted by them once, so I stopped trying. I just do my own thing. Success does not rely on other people. It relies on your determination. So, for me, I'm just staying the course, brother. Okay, now which one's this? Tiki 3. What the fuck is Tiki 3? That's supposed to be the fridge. Okay, so that item has an issue in it. I'm gonna have to redo the fridge, I think. TP structure. Yeah, that's supposed to be a fridge, not a forge. So I may have changed the wrong one on accident. But yeah, getting back to what you were saying before, the reason why some people don't know stuff is not because they're stupid, it's because they literally do not know. Like, it's not, this engine is huge, man. There's just a lot going on, so you always got to remember that. Fridge. Oh, did I move those items? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Okay. I accidentally moved them instead of copied them. That's the problem. Alright, whatever. We'll just move them on back. Move those there. Update. things are gonna get a little weird for a minute. I just have to flip-flop some files around. Oh, are you talking about like royalties? Royalties and all that stuff? Yeah. The way that works is it's for free until you make $1 million, and then they take like 15% or something, which ain't bad. At that point, you've made your first $1 million bucks. What do you care? So, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, we need to open up this one now. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, they will. This is different though. This is modding, so this is I'm fine with that. This is dependent on how well it does on the Ark dev store, which I actually need to launch Ark because we got a base collapsing in a minute, and I want to make sure I get all those little goodies. All right, I'm going to take a quick little break right here. I gotta go to the bathroom, and then we're going to do a quick little raid in the actual game of Ark. We're gonna raid someone's base because it's gonna collapse. Yeah, it's another game store. Yep. It's basically this huge game, and I'm trying to make mods for that game, and then it will be listed on their marketplace, and then players can buy my mod through their marketplace, and then I get 50% of the revenue. So I split it with Wildcard, which is the company that makes Ark. Yeah, it's basically like Steam. Yeah. In that regard of like the percentages, yeah. Okay, so it's launching the game. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Go get a snack. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Get out of my way, Steam. I gotta raid someone's base real quick. I figured the best way to figure out what kind of mods to make was to get back into the game, right? Because then while I'm playing the game, I'm like, oh, that would be better if it was like this or whatever. Is my game online? Like, is it available? It's on Steam. It's available to buy on Steam, yeah. It's